season. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Cardinals and the Colts. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
Nowadays, I don't think you can get by a long period of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. He takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'4" quarterback.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel, doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. You look at this Arizona defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head. So
better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
So here come the Cardinals now for their first drive. And trotting out there, no introduction needed for this guy around the league. Now in his 7th season as a QB.
And it's funny how we always talk about how analytics are starting to creep into the game. One analytic that's been there for a long time, teams that start 0-3 usually don't make the playoffs. So we know one quarterback today that's determined to end that slide right now. It's not impossible, but this is a must-win for him and his team.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. This defense for the Colts, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 1st down, it's Benson. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how long can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 43. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. The Cardinals had 0-3 here to begin the campaign. And you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. but I think you are spot on this one. Yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
Tackle made that time by Aleem McNeil. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll go again with Benson. Muscles him off. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down at the Colts 35. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Fitzgerald coming in motion right. They'll try to run for it with Benson. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Going for it. Here's Benson. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as he'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So he needed the short yardage, Charles. He elected to try to bounce it outside to the outer third, unsuccessful.
Sometimes those plays are stacked up by the defense and there's nowhere to go, so you have to bounce it outside. And some backs just get impatient. They want to go to where they think there's more open territory instead of going where the play was actually blocked. In any case, it didn't work here.
Slot man moves right. Oh, with a jet sweep to start the drive. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Law. He goes right back the way of Hilton. Now he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 16. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
To throw is Locke. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Now Locke. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. So the Cardinals offense back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So here are the Colts to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Luck. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards. The defense, they weren't fooled on that post route. They just couldn't make the play.
And the offense definitely tried to fool them because you saw the other route combinations, didn't you? Anything that they were running trying to draw attention away from the deep part of the field, but still had it covered, yet they were able to come up with a nice play.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Luck.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now it's Luck. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first, as they've got it with a third down coming up. Here's Luck. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is indeed good. And they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
With a football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals.
They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down.
They'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
This offense so far on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
They run over center with Benson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Well, I think it's back to the drawing board, or should I say in today's game, the Surface tablet after this drive. 3 plays, they go backwards. They look like they've gotten something going right there, but they'll have to punt the football away to end this one.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Throwing is Locke. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. First target, first catch, and a first down. From the gun, here's Locke. Incomplete.
So many times we've seen him trying to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Here's Locke. Going up top.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Cardinals are going to take possession here at their own 33. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
The Cardinal offense takes back over.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 2.
Now back to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, there's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there forcing the completion.
A strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
A give up the middle with Benson.
Just a yard on the pickup there that'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Over the middle, complete. That's Fitzgerald. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 21. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
The Colts now, their offense works their way back onto the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Luck now to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
Now Luck.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Luck throwing again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. In motion goes the tight end. A shotgun snap for Luck. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. He's fresh off the wire, already making an impact as expected. He's such a dynamic player.
And I'm still trying to figure out how it took so long for someone to sign this guy. We've all known his potential. We've all known the impact he's had in the league. But now that he's here, look out.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. Here's Luck.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got his man. It's Hilton for the Colts touchdown. James O'Shaughnessy as the first half is winding down.
And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Now the try here for the point after. And he's got it to make it now 13-0. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL as we close out the first quarter of this season. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who have the lead in the second quarter. The Saints trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, let's head up to Cincinnati, Ohio to check in on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Joe Burrow, 3 touchdown passes as his guys stay unbeaten on the year. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they trail in that one as it's the visiting Jags who are out in front. The Jags trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Cardinals offense and running back Trey Benson headed back onto the field. And he's had his fair share of troubles in this one, unfortunately. This defensive front has wreaked havoc throughout the contest, and he hasn't been able to create enough space to make something positive happen to this point.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, try and slow things down a little bit.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. They'll drop the throw. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
Locke. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Back to throw now on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To throw is Locke.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Now a play fake, and it's Locke. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That ball caught by Harrison.
Loose inside the 30.
And down to the 19-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 63 yards.
That's the kind of play this offense desperately needed. They've got to be saying, our defense has kept us in the ball game. We're down, but we're certainly not out. And maybe that was the spark that they've been searching for.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They're going to look to throw.
Able to find Gray here.
So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw.
Looking for Gray and finding him once again. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
And the Colts are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
That was a good forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, usually doesn't work very well, and we saw in that play, he'll run right through those attempted plays.
Here's Locke. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. Back to throw, Locke. He'll find his man, that's Taylor again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Throwing is Locke. And he will find his man on the outside. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. To the air again, Luck. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on third.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They force the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Defenders are always happy anytime they can sack a quarterback for a loss of 10 or more yards. There's an example there. High fives all around.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
On the give, it's Benson.
Showed that brute strength, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. Looking to throw. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. That'll bring up 4th down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
The Colts offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've got the lead here getting late into the third quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Now it's Luck. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. The slot man in motion right. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Colts. They've got control of the football. They also have the lead as we start the fourth. Luck now to throw.
Throws the out route, and he finds Hilton.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now Luck.
Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 43. Clock throwing again. To the right side, complete to Taylor. A beautiful fake. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
First and 10, Taylor now.
Breaks a tackle. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19.
Now 2nd and 3.
Here's Locke. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Locke. Touchdown, Colts! A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Colts are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 23. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result for the Colts is a touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
24 yards to gain there. Another 1st down as well.
They'll look to throw here. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
On the handoff, Benson running right.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Another run here with Benson.
And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And they'll get this down to the 10. 73 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. They'll run with Benson.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against blitz them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Cardinals are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. The risk reward, the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Up the middle, here's Taylor.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Over the middle, Harrison.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
That's caught by Harrison, right side.
And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Marvin Harrison Jr.
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Cards are able to capitalize on the forced fumble by turning it into 6 points.
The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Colts offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Here's Locke. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Cards are right back in this football game.
So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
All eyes on the Cardinals now. Down by 8, 2:12 to play.
A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. They'll set up a throw.
The throw right side taken in by the tight end Gray. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Back to throw.
Open man here is Benson.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Now 2nd and 4.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Fitzgerald.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. That's pulled in by Wilson.
And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a 2-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go. The touchdown's massive, but now they've got to have 2 to possibly take this to overtime.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
The Cardinals will line up for the 2-point conversion.
And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop. To their 2-point lead. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball from the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cardinals forced to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And they'll indeed take a knee. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And his kick here is good. And that will push the lead up to 5. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
That was a long shot.